Hello, there is the math video for Monday, April 20th, and we're on lesson 17, session 1, and our new lesson is on subtracting three-digit numbers. So subtracting three-digit numbers is not very different compared to subtracting two-digit numbers, which I know you all know how to do. So it's basically just adding one extra digit to the numbers. So I'm going to make up a math problem here. I'm going to say 894 subtract 256. So here's my math problem I just made up, and let's see if I can solve this. So I always start at the one side. So 1 take away 6. Sorry, 4 take away 6. Can I do that? No, I can't. So I'm going to regroup. I'm going to go to my neighbor, and I'm going to get some more ones. Now I have 14 minus 6. Well, I know that's the answer is 8. Now I can do 8 minus 5, and that is going to be 3, and 8 minus 4 is going to be 6. So three-digit numbers just has an extra digit. Now what if I had a number like, let's see, I'm going to make a new one. Let's do 814 minus 256. I want you to see what's going to happen with this one. I'm going to have to regroup in the tens spot as well. So 4 minus 6, can't do that. I'm going to go to my neighbor and I'm going to get some more of those ones. 14 minus 6 equals 8. Now I have a 0. 0 minus 5. Can I do that? I can't. Here's the new thing. You're going to regroup from the hundreds place. So I'm going to take 100, I'm going to break it up into tens, and I'm going to bring those new tens over here. So now I have 10 minus 5 equals 5, 7 minus 2 equals, what is that, 5. So I have 558. So that's something that you all know how to do. We're just adding a separate digit. So on page 415, if you can get your book out, let's go ahead and do this one together. It says, Holly has 368 Pet Pal cards. Dara has 243 cards. How many more cards does Holly have than Dara? We're comparing two people and how many cards that they have. So we're going to subtract. So go ahead and figure out this subtraction problem. Figure out how many more cards Holly has, and pause the video and figure it out, and then we'll talk about it after. So pause the video now. Okay, let's go ahead and work on this together. So some of you may have done the subtraction of 368 minus 243. And you may have stacked it up, and you may have done the subtraction like this. So let's do this together. 8 minus 3 we know is 5. 6 minus 4 equals 2. 3 minus 2 equals 1. So Holly has 125 more cards than Dara. Now, what if you had wanted to draw a picture? How would you do that? So you'd have to draw the hundreds, tens, and ones. So let me draw this for you so you can see what this looks like. Now, remember when we're doing our drawings, we want to make sure that the hundreds are bigger than the ones. So here's my hundreds. I could also put an H in these ones, or a capital H to show that those are my hundreds. If it's not clear on your picture, you can use the long lines for the tens, or you can use a long rectangle like this, whichever way you prefer. It's the same thing. So I have 3 hundreds, I have 6 tens, and I have 8 ones. We are doing this part of the number. Now, I'm going to subtract 243. So I'm going to subtract from the one side. So I'm going to subtract 3. When I'm subtracting, I'm going to cross things out. So there's my 3 I'm subtracting. Here's my 4 I'm going to subtract. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'm going to subtract 200. Okay, so I only drew enough blocks to show this number. And now I'm crossing out this number. And then what is left over is my answer. So there's 100, which is here. I have 2 tens, which are here, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ones, which are here. So that's how you're going to, if you're going to draw a picture, this is the way you need to draw it using the base 10 blocks. So hopefully that makes sense, and that is something that you can do. So let's go ahead and look at page 416. So you can go ahead and finish that page. Some of the answers are from the page 415, so go ahead and do that. Now, if you go over to 417, this is writing what you know about subtraction. The difference means the answer to a subtraction problem. So when we say the difference, we want to know what the answer is. So go ahead and think about what you know about subtraction and maybe put some examples of different subtraction problems, maybe doing a stacking problem, maybe doing a picture problem, maybe doing the expanded form problem. So there's different ways to do subtraction, so go ahead and write those down. The last page for today is page 418. It says Lionel has 379 stickers, 258 of them are animal stickers, the rest are flower stickers. How many flower stickers does Lionel have? So go ahead and figure out that answer. You can draw a picture, you can use the expanded form. Now when I'm saying expanded form, remember that's what this is. Let's say I have 375. Expanded form would be this, what we did last week, 300 plus 70 plus 5, and I could subtract 122, which would be 100 plus 20 plus 2. You have to have these pluses here because that makes that number. Without the plus for the expanded form, it's not going to make that same number because this whole thing is the same as this one. But now I can do the subtraction. 5 take away 2 is 3. 70 take away 20 is 50. 300 take away 100 is 200. Then I have to add these together and I'm going to have 253 is the answer to this problem. So when I'm saying do the expanded form, that's what I mean, is breaking up the numbers like this. You do what is best for you and the best way that you understand it. So go ahead and finish your math today.